What is up, everybody? It is your boy, the legend, coming at you from Universal Studios, Florida, in the brand new, fully opened and complete Springfield, USA section. A section of the park that I love. I'm going to take you through and show you everything they got here. Of course, I've got Molly with me.
Hi, nerds.
Yep, she's thoroughly amused that we're doing videos on our 2-year anniversary. Alrighty, so we're here in Springfield, and I love this area. I was a big fan of The Simpsons from probably about, probably about 1989 until about 2002. And most of the area of the park kind of reflects that. Up first, you have Bumblebee Man Taco Truck, and also we've been here a lot, so we've had most of the food. Bumblebee Man Taco Truck, they're kind of capitalizing on the food truck. Is kind of a hot thing right now. So they serve up some different tacos. I've had the carne asada taco and the chicken taco. I enjoyed both, but they're not my favorite things in the park. You know, they are a bit pricey for what you get at $7 and $9. Are they good? Yes. Are they worth it? Probably not. But again, a different food option for the park. Moving along a little bit, of course, this area is flooded and completely, utterly flooded with these giant characters that you see people taking pictures with all day long. You'll see it all the time in this video, and none is cooler than Lard Lad right here. He's obviously the biggest one in the section. Now, one minor complaint I had about this was that Lard Lad, he should be on top of the Lard Lad Donuts house, not next to it, because I mean that's how it is in the show. And here at Universal, they tend to strive for reality, and that would make a lot of sense if he was on the building instead of next to the building. Either way, still very cool. Now, some of my favorite items in this area are the Lard Lad Donuts. I've had a couple of them now. I've had the donuts, and there's like 4 or 5 different types. There's your big sprinkled donut, as you saw Lard Lad himself carrying. You've got Bavarian cream. You've got jelly. I think they had sour cream and glaze too. And you've got things like the brain freezing donut sundae, which is a soft serve sundae with the classic pink donut. Molly had that last time we were here.
Good.
Good. All right. Also, you've got the big pink, which is your giant shareable donut that you can go in between a couple people with, and it looks like that. Again, very good. This is actually one of my 3 favorite items in this whole area has been the donuts. Moving on a little bit, you got more photo ops over here. This one you see always having people taking their picture with. Right now, I'm on the back side of Wiggum. We're going to go around to the front side of Wiggum, as that's where people tend to take more photos. Let's turn around here. As you can tell, that kid is soaking his butt and getting yelled at for it. He's been a bad Perry the Platypus. All right, as you can tell, Police Chief Wiggum has gone past Lard Lad Donuts and crashed into a fire hydrant, which is spraying stuff everywhere, and very popular. I mean, the whole time we've been doing this video, there's been different people taking pictures with it. I love this. This is very cool. It's the statue of Jebediah Springfield, or Hans Sprungfeld, depending on how you look at it. And they have the statue like it's been in the famous episodes of The Simpsons. Multiple Simpsons have involved Jeb. Of course, Jeb still has his head here in this one. But then my favorite part, since I am a utter and huge dork, is when you come around here, they have the actual quote from the show, "A noble spirit and begins the smallest man." So it's just kind of that. There's lots of details in here. So if you are a fan of the show that's got, 500 episodes by now, then you tend to enjoy it. Here we've got the Duff Beer area, and of course the sign says it's reserved after 7 p.m. because they do sort of a dessert party involving the Duff Gardens. Now, I'm not sure, I haven't seen these signs yet, but let me go down here and see if they'll give you all the details. Again, this is the first time I've been here since they've been fully opened. There you go. So you gotta enjoy a premium seating, a non-alcoholic specialty beverage, and desserts. I believe it's $15 and it gets you 1 non-alcoholic beverage and a couple of desserts. Again, they've gone full out here. They've themed the trash cans. They've themed the napkins. They have done, full over-the-top theming. And it's just wonderful. It took what was a terrible, terrible section of the park with the International Food and Film Festival, which was ugly and terrible food, and turned it into what's really one of my favorite places in the park. And it really gives people something that they've wanted to go to for a while. All right, turning around here, we've got the Duff Brewery. And this is just cool. You've got the topiaries out front of the 7 Duffs. And I mean, you got people that, a lot of people take pictures of the 7 Duffs, and they have no idea who the 7 Duffs are. I think they were in one episode of The Simpsons about 20 years ago when they went to Duff Gardens. Of course, there's everyone's favorite 7 Duff, that would be Surly. And then you've got the Duff Beer, Duff Gardens, outdoor beer garden area, which is wonderful. And here you could get your varieties of Duff beer, you know, Duff, Duff Light, Duff Dry, and you can hang out. One cool thing, all around the area they have these TVs that play clips, and each clip sort of plays clips for that area of the park that you're into. So here at the Duff Beer Gardens area, you'll play clips from the Duff Gardens episode, clips involving Duff Man and Duff Beer. And also, I wish they sold some of these banners, as I would love to have something like that hanging in my apartment. All sorts of things like that. You know, I'm going to show you. These actually, the banners are new since the last time I've been here. And I just love it. I think that's really neat. Also, they do have some food items. Nothing too spectacular, but they do have food items if you want. But good place to come relax and have a beer. You know, Duff and Duff Light, they're both on draft, so that's always good. Moving along here, I'm going to try and stay out of people's pictures. I mean, who wouldn't want a picture with Surly? I mean, I've got my picture with Surly. Moving on a little bit, you have a Duff Beer gift shop, which sells nothing but items with the Duff logos on it. And this I like. A lot of this merchandise is new that hasn't been in the area already. And as somebody that loves to buy theme park merchandise, it's something I would probably buy. Of course, there was the one episode where they went on the brewery tour where they showed you that Duff Light, Duff Dry, and Duff all lead into the same pipe. Now, in reality, that's not quite how it is, but again, some of the merchandise they have here is just so awesome. And stuff you wouldn't find anywhere else. Like this is something I want in my apartment. It's a wall-mounted Duff Beer opener. You've got different things. You've got glasses shaped like Duff Beer mugs. Your traditional Duff Beer hat. You've got a Duff Beer hoodie, which has the pocket for your beer with a koozie. I mean, it's just they've thought of everything. We actually have that already in the apartment, so that's one thing I don't have to buy. Love this shirt. Anything with Duff Man on it, completely love. Duff Beer hat / beer opener. And I mean, you just go on, and there's tons of stuff. The Duff Quality Control polo kind of shirt. I got a button up. How would you describe that shirt, Molly?
Workers?
Worker shirt.
Yes.
Anyway, lots of cool, unique merchandise that you really can't get anywhere else. And then out of all the characters, this one is by far my favorite. And that is no surprise to be Duff Man. Again, he's such a minor character in The Simpsons, but one that I've always enjoyed, and I'm so happy that they brought him out in, you know, not as a meet and greet character, but as, you know, just as one of these big plastic figures that you can take your pictures with. Alrighty, now we're going to head back this way and go into Moe's Tavern. Now when I heard they were doing the Simpsons expansion, this is by far the part that I was most excited for. The ability to go into Moe's Tavern and buy a Duff Beer is, you know, something that any Simpsons fan / drunk has always wanted to do. And me being both of those, this was obviously what I was looking forward to by far the most. I'm gonna try and fight my way through the crowds here and work my way in. You got people taking pictures, of course. It looks just like it does in the TV show that you've been watching for all these years. All right, let's go inside as people are done taking pictures. Here we go. Fight our way through. Yay! Into Moe's. Go through, sir. Go in. All right. Here we go. Air conditioning is wonderful. And once you come inside, as you can tell, it looks just like it does in the cartoon you've been watching for all these many years. Of course, got the big picture of Barney, not big, but a big statue of Barney on the end, looking into his beer and wondering why it's empty. You've got the love tester machine, just like in the show, not working today, which actually is kind of a good thing because every time I've been here, this is on and it makes beeping and buzzing noises. And while it's cool that it works, it's very annoying. And also, it's not a real love tester. One time I got cold fish, and one time I got Casanova. So either it's depending on my mood or it's completely fake. I think it's completely fake. Alrighty. As you can see, I mean, it's filled, the whole area is filled with details and cool stuff. Now, I would say the biggest disappointment, you can see them pouring one over here in the area, is the Flaming Mo. Because it is a specialty drink made with dry ice that I can't take pictures of because it's behind this pole. And while it looks great, and rumor has it tastes like just like orange fizzing soda, it's non-alcoholic for $9. Now, this is one of the few things in the area I haven't tried yet, because I could get a 20-ounce beer for, you know, $7, or a non-alcoholic bubbling drink for $9, and I haven't tried it yet. It looks great, but you know, it's just, you know, it's not high on the list. I have, however, tried all the beers. Of course, they got Duff and Duff Light on draft. Duff Beer is kind of a medium-bodied beer, similar in stout to like a Yingling. Duff Light is a light beer similar to your American, you know, style light beers, like a, you know, Miller Lite or a Bud Light. And then there's Duff Dry, which comes in a bottle, which is much darker, like a Guinness with a lot of coffee flavor. And I'm a light beer guy, so I like the Duff Light the best. I also enjoy the Duff Beer. The Duff Dry, not for me, definitely too dark. And those are kind of the main items you can get in here. You could also get Buzz Cola, which is nothing to write home about. What was that? Yeah, it tastes like Coke Zero with a shot of grenadine in there, nothing special. And again, they got the TVs in here, so you could watch episodes about The Simpsons as you relax and enjoy your Duff Beer here at Moe's Tavern. You know, everything from the Capital City goofball, and, you know, it is just so cool. Definitely come in here and enjoy. Now, one bad thing, you know, a lot of the tables do say reserved on it, depending on if it's meal times. They may or may not be enforcing it. They'd like this to be, you know, if you had food to come in here and eat. But I mean, as for a place to come in and enjoy your beer, and I mean, yes, it's expensive. It's a $7 beer, but you know, it's something you can only get here at Universal Orlando. I think it's brewed by Florida Beer Company, which makes some good beers, and it's cool. I highly recommend it. I'm not one to buy expensive theme park beer, but this is probably one of my favorites. As we walk back into the light, this lady's running into Moe's. Gonna turn left. And when we were talking about my favorite things, I have 3 favorite items here. The donuts are one, and the beer is the second one. That I definitely think I could see myself buying over and over again.
Apparently the fire hat is like a water bottle thing.
Yeah, that's gross. Let's see, what are these kids gonna do? He's just squirting his crotch. Well, that's just obscene. Let's go to Krusty Burger instead. All right, over here you got a facade for the Android's Dungeon baseball card shop and comic book store, but this is just a facade. There is no actual Android's Dungeon with the comic book guy and all that. It's just a bathroom and a sign in the front that says closed for bi-month Sci-Fi Con. If you, of course, remember, that was a popular episode. And here we go into what looks just like on the show, Krusty Burger. We're gonna follow Molly on in. Now, Krusty Burger, while it has the facade for Krusty Burger, it is really just a larger food court area that they refer to as Fast Food Boulevard, which features 4 or 5 different areas. And we've had most of the food by now, so we're going to give you our opinions on them as we go through. Again, like most areas in the park, this one will, in the section of the park, this one's going to show you clips about food and eating in Springfield. They've got a great mural over here. Alrighty, and then we come to the food court itself. Also, you can get to Moe's from the back entrance over here. I think it's cooler to get the Krusty Burger by actually going through the entrance to Krusty Burger. Alright, well, let's go on and show you some of the cool food items they have here. And you know, it's been up and down. We've tried a bunch of them. I think we calculated it that one day. How much we spent here at Universal on Simpsons food and drink by now?
Over 150?
Like over $150 trying all this food, so that's cute. I haven't seen that before. After the saxophone for Lisa. First area you get to is Lisa's Tea House of Horror, and that's where you have a lot of cold items, and then they have to offer some sort of healthy stuff, or else the health freaks would jump all over them. So that's here, and absolutely nothing Simpsons related or very special at all. Something where we've gotten nothing because it's really not that interesting. Now, as we move along, the first one up is Luigi's. and that sells meat likers pizza, cheese pizza, and veggie pizza. I had the meat likers pizza, pretty good. You know, nothing to write home about. You know, something that's not a bad option if you're in the park. But again, it's something I ordered once, and you know, for $8 I would not get again. You like him? All right. Moving over to the Frying Dutchman, where, of course, here at Universal Orlando, it's a stand-in food court instead of the, you know, all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Some of the items here. Now, I am not a fish guy. Molly's not a fish lady, so I have not had anything, nor do I desire anything. But I just love that they sell clam chowder. Say chowder. I love it. You know, again, you know, little tiny details from a show that's had 5 million episodes. And again, lots of pictures on the wall and details and things like that. Now, by far, my favorite thing I've had in the food court area has been the chicken and waffle sandwich. It's delicious. You've got a big giant chicken patty in between 2 waffles with maple syrup mayo and a side of tater tots. It is awesome. It's unique. It's something I haven't seen at any other theme park. You know, chicken and waffles is kind of a hot thing around town, but it's really good. Also, Molly, you had the chicken thumbs, which is, you know, your normal chicken fingers. Kind of nothing special, but I mean, you can't mess up chicken fingers. I mean, let's be real. Still some things I want to try. I want to try the regular fried chicken, and I want to try the chicken thumbs, but you know, you only have so much money you can spend here at Universal Orlando before you go broke. Moving on to Krusty Burger, of course, home to the famous Krusty Burger. Also the Clogger Burger, you know, the Rib Witch, which is of course famous from that one episode, the Sideshow Bob Footlong, and then the appropriately named Heat Lamp Dog. Now, first time we came here, we had the Clogger Burger, which was, I kind of thought nothing special, right?
It was okay.
You know, it's your average theme park burger for $13. So, you know, it's really nothing too special. Krusty Burger is a similar version of that. Best thing about this booth, everything served with curly fries. Do want to try some of the other stuff. Got to try the Rib Witch. Got to try the Sideshow Bob Footlong hot dog. But for now, you know, the Krusty Burger, you know, it's something that you're going to want to try because you've been hearing about it for years. But it's your average theme park burger. Not good, not bad. It's serviceable. Moving on to the Flaming Mo drink stand, where if you wanted to get some of your drink options, you could do it here. Also, you have some specialty drink options like the Mount March Welder apple drink, the Groovy Grove juice, and the Mr. Chini. Now, I've gotten to try, these are kind of like mocktails, I guess, where they're drinks that would be great with alcohol, but they have no alcohol in them. We've had the, which one do we have?
Apple drink.
The apple one, the Mount Smeltswater. And it was pretty good. You know, it's the kind of thing, if you have somebody that doesn't drink, or, you know, kids that want to feel special, not a bad option. It was kind of tasty. Not something I would order again, relating back to that whole being a drunk thing. But not bad.
It was good.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Cupcakes.
Now they got cupcakes. This looks good. Like that Oreo one. That looks like a good cupcake. So once we go over the $200 limit, we'll probably go and buy one of those cupcakes. Alrighty, now we're going to move back outside as we give you the full tour. Now, I really wanted to wait until everything was open and I've had the chance to sample a lot of foods before I did a video like this, so that I could really give you guys a full opinion on this area of the park. And I really do like it, you know. As a Simpsons fan, as a theme park fan, as somebody that loves the attention to detail in the parks, I've been nothing but thrilled with it. You know, it met and exceeded all the expectations you might have for it. You know, it definitely seems popular with the guests as well, as you always see people, you know, at the various bars and at the food areas.
We've talked about it.
And then there's Millhouse over here, drinking a Buzz Cola, which was gross, yes, that's what Molly likes to point out.
Or you could.
And you see, there's people all everywhere taking pictures. I mean, it's Orlando, so people like to take pictures everywhere anyway, but here in Springfield, you definitely see that to a larger degree. Now, the last part of the expansion was the Kang and Kodos Twirl and Hurl, which is kind of like your Dumbo style spinner with nothing too special, but aesthetically it looks very good. You've got a Kang or Kodos up there, and you get your little spaceship, And the one neat thing about it is if you drive past the Simpsons characters on your spaceship, it's going to spin around and say one of their catchphrases. So that's pretty neat.
Each vehicle is named.
Each vehicle has some sort of funny names, like Ronald Ray Gun or You Have No, Flying Saucer, and all sorts of things like that. And also, it has hilarious commentary that goes with it, and some very sarcastic signage. So again, if you're a fan of theme parks, you're probably going to like this. I'm going to move around here to get a shot of the sign. There's a horde of people coming at me. Uh-oh. All right. Here you got the big giant entrance sign for the Twirl and Hurl. Very cool. And again, it's signage like that really makes this ride different than area. Don't worry, there is still more line. Here's the height stick. There's all these little tiny Kangen Kodos. And then I love this. This is a little detail I saw earlier today. I'm going to try and fight my way through here. That the Kangen Kodos Twirl and Hurl was voted #1 ride on Saturn. The ride Intergalactic Digest described as adequate. See, I just find it hilarious, things like that, you know. It's tiny details, it's not being afraid to poke fun at yourself, and it's just wonderful. Now, at the end of Springfield, USA, you do have the whole Krusty Land area with the well-done Simpsons-themed games and the Simpsons ride, of course, but overall, I mean, I love this thing. It is so cool, it's really well done, and it's someplace that I definitely see myself coming in and having a Duff Beer or a donut. You know, not every time I'm in the park, but probably at least once or twice a month, and I'm here a lot. Now, of course, I gotta get Molly's thoughts. Molly, what do you think?
I think it's good. They learned from Harry Potter.
Yes.
That, you know, building on merchandise that they know and things that people know, they'll buy, and willing to spend more money on merchandise and food.
Ooh, I like it, man.
But it's good.
Yeah. Again, like Molly said, they learned from what they did in Harry Potter, where you build that immersive environment. You give people items that they've always wanted, they're more likely to spend money, and
they're familiarized.
Exactly. You know, you go to Disney World, nobody knows what a LeFou's brew is. You go to Moe's Tavern, you know what a Duff Beer is, and you're going to want to buy it. And that'll pretty much do it for this episode. In case you couldn't tell, first update from myself, the legend, that is in full-blown HD video. Thanks, our YouTube page has been doing so well, I was able to go out and get a new camera. Finally, 7 years later, I get to upgrade to HD, which is really nice. And I have a blast here at Universal, love doing this. We got 1 million views on YouTube now, which is just wonderful. And, you know, lots of good things. Gotta love Universal, as you can tell across the way. Lots of good stuff coming, too. All right, that'll pretty much do it for this update. Thanks for tuning in. My name is The Legend, and I do In the Loop every week, as well as these video updates. That's Molly.
Hi.
She does nothing. Ignore her.
No.
All right, subscribe to the YouTube page if you like this. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Coaster Crew. In the Loop, search for In the Loop Rebooted, Coaster Cruise In the Loop, whatever we call it nowadays, on iTunes, and listen to that every week. We're out. Let's go grab a Duff Beer.